Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back or welcome to The Hawk. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or on my live feeds, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Well, it's Friday, and I'm grateful. It's been an interesting week energetically. There's been a lot of shifts and some different energy going on. There's been a lot of change and transformation, and Pluto has arrived in Aquarius, and this is going to be a huge transformation. We've got some transformation going on. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. Hi, Lan. So excited about this topic. Glad I'm here. I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad to have you all here. Energetically, we are in I find it a very exciting time. So, just a little bit of a background on Pluto and Aquarius. It is the first time in 225 years. I was really surprised actually that it's been that long. Welcome. Come on in, everybody. It's good to see you. I'm talking about some big energy coming in, and right up until I think it's June 11th, Pluto is going to be in Aquarius. So what is that? What does this mean? What's going on here? And I think, looking back over some of the topics that I've been channeling with spirit, with energy, it kind of makes a lot of sense to me. I was like, oh, now I understand why we've been talking about what we've been talking about energetically. So a little bit about Pluto. Pluto is the most distant planet from the Earth, and it is coming in to help us navigate through a lot of change, a lot of transformation. Pluto rules processes and progress, and is a big energy to move us from one cycle to the next, and quite quickly. This transformation cycle is going to happen quite quickly as we move through this. Aquarius is a water barrier sign, but it's a water barrier energy, but it's actually an air sign. So it also helps us with our visionary realms. Aquarius stirs a lot of wind of change. So these two planets coming together are bringing us some big shifts, a lot of thinking going on. If you haven't already been thinking about progress and change, or if you haven't already been navigating through some changes, even if it's something that you didn't even see coming, like job changes or having to move house or relationships changing, this is coming in even at a stronger pace. But it's also bringing in, with Aquarius, a lot of vision, a lot of knowing, a lot of just this. I know I need to go in a different direction. It's also going to affect us at a broader spectrum. I felt a lot of energy coming in with like politics and globally. I felt more of a collective pull together coming through. And at first I sat there and I thought, oh, really? I was almost a bit surprised energetically when I felt that. I felt this coming together. Now, is there going to be resistance with change and with coming together? 100%. There's always people who are going to be in a little bit resistance, but I just felt this space coming in with resolution. And I think that there's going to be a more of a collective pull together of, we all need to be part of the change. We all need to be involved. We all need to support. I felt it coming in more globally, and it's going to be quite interesting to see how this all unravels. Because I was myself, I was really taken back. I literally, during meditation, took a big breath in, and I just felt that movement coming in. I just felt this transformation and this progress, and I was like, I'm so ready. I'm so ready to see some of that. I'm so ready to see things settle down that way. Good morning to all you coming in. It's good to see you all coming in here. So as Pluto comes through with transformation, this is it's not going to be always that smooth. And the reason for that is sometimes we do struggle here as humans with that change progress. We struggle with that change. We kind of get this fear-built energy, and we kind of lean into that with unknown and with change and with transformation. And some of that old stuff is going to come up because it's time to let that go, both globally and both individually, both in your households. It's going to be some stuff coming up that's just going to be, it's time to let this go. out. It's time to transform out of it. It's time to change how we're looking at things globally and personally. Pluto's bringing that in with such a powerful vibration. It was powerful for me. I was, and I had so many aha moments of how this has already been kind of creeping in and getting louder over the last, even even when you reflect back over the last couple of years, it's been getting louder about how change needs to happen, how change needs to happen. We need to change how we're doing things, whether that be with the planet or whether that be politically or whether that be personally. We've really felt that momentum coming in, and it's going to be even louder and louder and louder. Now, Aquarius. Aquarius is very clear on death and rebirth, a death and rebirth, things that need to fall back, things that need to we need to step out of, things that we need to grow from, and this whole rebirth. And Pluto is saying, yes, shed it, let it all go, let out those old identities, let go of what's no longer serving you. And I think that with this louder microphone, I think that there's going to be a lot of pushback, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of jumping in as well from a lot of people. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind when change comes up and shedding comes up, like just shedding those layers, shedding those layers, shedding those layers. When that comes up for you, just kind of remember that it's going to be a lot easier energetically to line into that. Now, what was really interesting when I sat with this whole Pluto and Aquarius coming in, what was really interesting was I started to feel the ancestors, my ancestors, other people's ancestors, people who were here before us. And I literally went back energetically. I went back from the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, well over 200 years ago. I went back into that space energetically, and I got to feel that, they did their best and how we have grown from that, and the things that we have changed, and the things that perhaps we missed. We missed from the ancestors. I felt a lot of healing coming through with that, and I felt a lot very interesting. This was really like jaw-dropping for me. I felt a lot of the energy from ancestors coming through to help us navigate through that. Like that knowledge blending with our current world. It was absolutely fascinating. I've never felt anything like that before. I have communicated with ancestors, but I have not felt that strength before coming through me. I was very emotional. My hands were shaking. It was profound to be able to feel that. So, leaning in there energetically a little bit, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are feeling that as well, of just like breaking cycles or learning from ancestral trauma. I felt a lot of that coming out to be released as well. It was absolutely incredible. It was probably one of the most profound moments that I have sat with that type of energy. Was one of the most profound moments for me. It was absolutely there's almost no words to describe that energy that was just like passing through. It was absolutely incredible space. I want to just kind of tap in a little bit about what I felt worldwide, because I felt it very important. And I promise I'll go back and read some of your comments. I promise I will do that before I sign off. I felt that there was a lot of changes in big leaps coming through with science and technology. And I also felt some stuff coming in like space-wise change, like deeper understanding, deeper wisdom, deeper knowledge. And I felt a lot of surprise. I thought Pluto's bringing us this huge element of surprise. But it felt very, very advancing. I felt like we are advancing. Now, as always, there's gonna, like I said before, there always has been. Spirit's been very clear with me. There has always been like resistance, and there has always been, some who are gonna choose to lean out of it, and that's their choice and their free will, 100%. But for most of us and many of us, there's going to be a big pull into this advancement, and the advancement into that human piece of looking after each other more, and looking after each other in collectively, and being able, like, no matter where you are in the globe, collectively you matter. There's going to be a big shift coming in through that, and there's going to be a big pull with our values. The word your personal values came up, and it's going to be like they're going to be put right in front of you and put there for you to look at and say, where are they at? And it's going to be incredible shift. Good morning to all you all coming in. Now, I do want to sit a little bit more with spirit. Spirit gives me what I'm meant to know and what I'm meant to share. When it's needed. I don't get everything all at once quite often. They just give me what I need to know, what I need to process, what I need to share, and what you need to process as well. It's very interesting. I was very emotional with this pull together. I've been saying it for a long time. Many people have been saying it for a long time. It's the oneness, it's the collectiveness. That's how we're going to navigate through this. We need to pull there. We need to pull there. And I just seen Pluto pulling those strings in for us a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. Fascinating channeling today with spirit. I was absolutely sat back and just kind of, that's why I'm a few minutes late. I needed to process what the download was. It was absolutely incredible. Yes, and I think to be honest, I think I still have to do a little bit of processing with it, because it was just so much. It was like so much, and even how I'm channeling is changing, and even like that connection for many people. Many of my students are saying the same thing. I'm just feeling more and more connected to myself, more and more connected to other people. I'm feeling that connection. So I'm curious if any of you have been feeling that connection, that deeper connection. You might not have a full understanding of it yet, but there's just this increased awareness of that connection. I hope that I'm making sense of that. All right, let's take a look at some of the questions or comments that are coming in. I'm always very open to hear how you're feeling about anything that I've channeled as well. Does it resonate? Are you feeling that too? Because your connection to the spirit dimensions and to energy is very powerful as well. So I'm always open to hear what you have to say about that. You're an Aquarius, right, Lana? Yeah, I am an Aquarius. I'm very Aquarius. Let's see here. Maruna, you're right about transformation right now. I feel like a caterpillar. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Today's my last day at my job. New job starts next week. Haven't cried once. Ready for change. There's the change. There's going to be so much change brought forward. And I, with change, I always say, go with the flow with change. It's coming to you for a reason. Right. And we have choice and free will, 100%. But when change is offered to us, it's usually for a very, very important reason to get us where we need to be, whether it just be a small stepping stone to the next step, or it's always put forward for us to say, hey, you ready? You want it now? Do you want it now? Spirit does that to me all the time. You want it now? Here's some change for you. You want to grab at it? And I'm always like, yeah, I'm grabbing at it. I'm going to grab at it, and I'm going to go with the flow with this. And if I, wherever the learning takes me is where I ask to lean in. Lana, have you asked your own spiritual team what this may mean for the collective? So I'm going to be getting more on this topic, I'm sure of it. But what it means for the collective, was there's going to be more of a pull together. That oneness is coming in, that transformation's coming in. And if you think about it, if a big portion of our planet went through some transformation and some healing and some unity and coming together and working as a team, when you think about collectively what that means, there is some big things coming, and it's going to have its moments of being uncomfortable. Always does, right? Like, I mean, let's be honest, when the changes can leave us in that uncomfortable seating position energetically. But I just felt that collectively, I just felt this energy went through me about finally we're going to be making some progress. Is there going to be like a magic wand where everything's going to be okay? I don't think it's going to be like everything's going to be okay as far as everything's going to be like perfection. But I think that this Pluto and Aquarius is going to be a big leap into that. It's going to be bringing us that big step one into that space. A big step one. So thank you very much for your questions here. Wesley, since I've looked up my natal chart through a website recommended by a friend that I've met on Haley Reese's network, it sends me astrology newsletter every week in my email. Oh, that's lovely, Wesley. A lot of people here commenting about ready for change. Thank you very much for suggesting to hit the like button. I do appreciate your likes. I'm very grateful when you hit that like button. excellent news. I'm still thinking about moving to the countryside. A move feels very good for you. I also feel when I lean into there, when you move to the countryside, I also feel a big shift into minimalism. I'm not sure if I've talked to you about that before or not here, but I really feel like this big shift of less is more, less is more, including that quiet space. I really feel you coming into that quiet space. If you know, if you choose not to move, I think that you're going to kind of lean into more of that quiet time, more hiking, more space, less stuff. I feel you leaning right into that. Maruna, I'm heartbroken. My dog, my angel, passed away 2 days ago. I need to know if she's over safely and how she feels up there. I wasn't prepared for her departure. I'm sending you a big, big hug and my sincere condolences when we lose our loved ones. And that includes pets. There's definitely that space of grief. I see I see her over the Rainbow Bridge. I also feel that I just gotta lean in there because she's bouncing. She's like literally, I was like, just literally bouncing around in bouncing around in my awareness. All animals go to the same place that human souls do. They all cross the Rainbow Bridge. Their souls go over to the spirit dimensions. I feel her very much not just okay, but I feel her very much present around you as well. Remember, the soul is multidimensional. So even though she's over the Rainbow Bridge, I also feel her very much on your left side as well. She's also really bringing in a lot of memories for me. She's asking you to stay in that and to um really stay in the good life that you gave her. She's very much, I had such an incredible life. I had so much love. I feel like I was loved like a human. Like I really feel that she's just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing that. I can also see a lot of pictures. So I don't know if you took a lot of pictures or there's a lot of pictures on your fridge or there's a lot of pictures, but I just see click 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 click, and she's saying like stay in that, and I'm truly not gone. Happy Friday. Are there any messages for me this Friday? Side note, I hope you have a beautiful weekend ahead. Thank you very much, Tarbell. I've got some glorious plans for the weekend ahead. And I am doing a speaking event tonight. I am going to be at Sugar Daddy's in Cambridge, Ontario, doing a speaking event. I'm very excited for. I cannot wait. Tara, I feel that I need to kick back. I like for you, I feel energetically, I just need to kick back. I can literally like see your feet kind of kick back and crossed over. I feel like I just need to kind of slow down some momentum. The next couple days, just to kind of give yourself. I don't know if you've had a lot to process, but I just feel like I just need to kick back and chill. I also feel like I need to treat you to something. So I don't know if you haven't been out much or if you haven't treated yourself to something, but I really feel like I need to treat you. Like I really need to treat you to something, or you need to treat yourself to something. Whether it just be treat yourself to extra time or quiet, or treat yourself to something new, whatever resonates with you. But I feel like I need to treat you. I also feel like I need to really give you that pat on the back that you're doing your best. You're doing your best from where you're standing and you're going forward. I feel like I need to get you to feel that a little bit. And I also think that this kind of branches out to a few of you here because spirit's like, say that louder for the people in the back." A lot of humor from them today. I think I just feel like you need to kind of feel that I'm doing the best from where I'm standing. I'm doing the best from where I'm standing, and I'm just going to kick back and give myself that space of feeling proud and of feeling that motivation within me. I really feel you need to sit with that, Tara. I hope that resonates with you. Um, Hopefully this put on Aquarius energy helps my relationship with my daughter because it feels so karmic. It feels like we've been in past lives together. I would agree there. I also feel that the role has been the same. When I lean in there a wee bit with that one, I feel like the role has been the same. I think you've been the mom, and I think she's been your child for a few lifetimes. And I kind of chuckle because I feel that the lesson has almost been very, very similar. and on kind of like on repeat. So when the lesson's on repeat, there's something that you're still teaching her, and there's something that she's still teaching you. I also feel though, when it comes to karmic energy, I don't feel like either one of you did anything like really bad in past lives. I don't feel that at all. I feel it's just about the lesson. I just feel like there's just that repeat of that lesson there. I hope that that resonates with you. I agree. They are furry children. Absolutely. Absolutely. I am so animals are very dear to my heart. I love animals. Like all animals, all creatures. I talk to them all. Even little spiders that I find in the house as I'm releasing them back into their own environment. I chit chat with them as they go. All creatures. I love all creatures. Um, Danielle, what does spirit want me to know at this moment of time? I want to move back to Fort Myers. The timeline I feel there is just a little bit here for me. So I just feel that timeline just hasn't quite blended there. I keep getting this push with you with really embracing the trust and the feelings that you're getting. So with this move to Fort Myers, does it feel good to me? It feels great to me. I just don't feel, for whatever reason, I just don't feel yet, but I do feel it coming, and I think you feel that coming as well. When change is meant to happen, we feel that coming in. We feel that pull. I need to move here. I need to change this. I need to change that. I feel that there's a lot of I keep like spirit has yelled it at me. They've written it on a chalkboard for me. It's the word trust. So I don't know if I feel that you on the trust meter, I feel like your trust is quite high. Like I do feel like you've got a lot of trust. I just got to get you now to free fall into that with I the power of now. Here is where I'm at. This is what I'm feeling, and I need to navigate from this point to this point. And I'm just going to trust every step of the way, every little stepping stone that I take. I'm trusting my footing. I feel like I've got to get you practicing that exercise that I've talked about here before, that whole free falling. I do that exercise at least once a day. I stand beside my bed and I fall backwards, and I just trust that the bed's there. I yeah, and I have never missed the bed yet. But I think that it's just that last piece of that trust, to get you that over the top with the trust level. I feel there, Danielle. Currently dating someone who comes from a different belief system. We get along, but I have an intuition that he isn't that grounded, and we wouldn't be compatible long term. Do you feel the same? So I feel a few things on this. I feel that people can grow and people can change and people can learn. 100%, I do feel that, and I do feel that people are all capable of it. But they do have that choice and free will on what they're willing to pick up and what they're not willing to pick up. So because I have seen many people shift their journey. Many people have. I see it in my intuitive guidance sessions and my spiritual counseling sessions. I see people over time and over the years change and grow and transform, and take that space. So do I so and it's not about predicting what this person's going to do. When I lean into a blended energy, and when I kind of lean in there, do I feel you right where you are, where you need to be right now? Yes, I do. 100%. I still feel like there's learning and growth, and I think that you're going to do a lot of teaching to this person in a very loving way. It doesn't feel dramatic. It doesn't feel anything like that. I just feel like you're meant to be this teacher. Now, do I feel when I ask spirit to show me, like deeper in, I don't see it. I don't see it. Now, we always have choice and free will on how long we want to stay in relationships. That's the thing. And I'm sure many of you have, and like myself, have said these words. I stayed. I knew I should have left a couple years ago. Why did I stay? We do have that choice and free will. Like why did I not honor myself? Why didn't I listen to that red flag? Why? Right? We do go into that, and the reason is yes, it's the choice and free will piece. But because we have to be ready. Not everything is marked out for us, right? Not everything is like this, and this. It's like Here's your learning package. This is what spirit says. Here's your learning package, and here are the experiences that you're going to go through. And then we have the choice and free will on when we want to move forward. And that includes with people, right? That includes with people. So I I don't see an extension in there, but if you choose to stay and to change that, because we can change our timelines, right? So let's just say, I'll use myself as an example. Let's just say I meet somebody, we have a soul contract, and the soul contract was not supposed to be, long term. It wasn't supposed to be 10 or 20 years. It was only supposed to be 5. I have the choice and free will to hang out in that, right? To hang out longer. And when I decide that I'm ready to make that choice and free will, we can change that timeline because of that. I spirit has shown me that over and over again, which is why we repeat our lessons until we learn it, right? So I don't believe that everything is 100% marked out. Spirit has shown me so many different times that that's not how it goes. So I know it doesn't always give you a concrete, solid answer, but that is how Spirit explains it to me. I hope that that helps. Okay. Um, Shelby, I've been looking into ancestry the last 2 days, so that's crazy. You mentioned that I wasn't understanding why all of a sudden was obsessing about it. Yeah, it is very interesting. The whole ancestry piece is going to be coming. They're coming forward at a louder volume to help us navigate through a lot of different things here in the physical world. It is fascinating, fascinating. A rise in Phoenix. I'm an adult, and my parents decided to get divorced over the past week. I'm learning to adjust and support them and not take sides. That is beautifully said. It's been a long time coming. It's sad, but they needed it. You know, you worded that very beautifully, staying in your own lane. This is their experience, this is their ending, and it's not about picking sides. It's about it's about loving them through their change. And again, with transformation, this comes right into what I talked about earlier in the segment here, and what I've been talking about a lot lately. And it's there's a lot of transformation going on, and we always have choice on how we're dealing with transformation. So as sad as it is, there is a rebirth for both of your parents in all this. There's a rebirth here. And as they navigate and letting go and go through their healing, they're going to come into that space of rebirth. And I think that we are going to be seeing a lot of that. One thing that and I've talked about this before on lives and in videos, is we humans struggle, not necessarily in this case, Arisen Phoenix, but we humans do struggle with letting people go without there having to be a big cause, right? Without there being drama or fighting or whatever it is, or a reason. We struggle with that. There has to be an anger piece, or there has to be this breakup point. And sometimes, and I've been, a lot of people struggle with this part of me. It's just like, I think we've journeyed as far as we're meant to, and it's time for you to go this way, and I'm going to go this way. And, I just feel that, we're growing apart because we need to. There doesn't have to be drama. So I bless you. I wish you well, and I bless you out, and I send you love and light on your journey. And a lot of people will have that jaw dropping, that space, but we do feel it. Think about your own relationships, like, whether it doesn't have to be like intimate relationships, but friendships or acquaintances, or close bonded people. Have you ever felt that, there's nothing really wrong here, but I just have this feeling that I'm meant to go in a different direction? Have you ever felt that? Right. And did you stir the pot to give yourself a reason? Did you have to stir the pot to be angry? Did you have to did you and it may not have been it may not have been intentionally, but reflect back on some of that for a moment. It's okay to say to people, you know what? It's been a beautiful journey. I have to go another way now. Because we do feel that, and people struggle with that, and I struggle with the whole opposite end of it. I struggle with, why does there have to be such fighting and animosity? If you have that inner knowing that somebody needs to go in their own direction, follow it. Wish them well. Wish them well. Your path may cross again, or it may not. right? But I'm really curious to know what you think about that, and what your experiences are. Tara, oops, I went scroll a little too far. It does resonate. Thank you. I've been feeling I needed to slow down. I've been under a lot of stress lately, but the event that happened has allowed me to start to slow down and just feel it. I'm really glad that resonated with you. Kick back those feet. Kick back those feet. I can literally see your feet up like that. That's how the spirit's showing it to me. Let's just see. Danielle, you're very welcome. Let's see. I'm just curious. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here and just want to see if anybody resonates with that. Bianca, dating has been a bit weird for me since I've been through my spiritual awakening. I accept more of the experiences rather than the endpoint. Beautifully said. I appreciate the journey of learning. Those words are in perfect alignment. Those words are in perfect alignment. The one thing with dating is here's one thing that I just want to kind of put out there. Okay. Not everybody has to understand your spiritual awakening. It's your journey with it, right? Number one. I've got non-spiritual friends. I love them dearly. They think I'm nuts. But I do love them dearly. You know, I'm in my own lane and they're in their own lane having their own experiences, right? So does it help to have yeah, like similar interests in spirituality? Yeah, it does. Do you have to have that blended? No, don't have to. Um, uh, you know, I feel there needs to be a big respect. 100%. The people that are closest to me in my world respect my spirituality and respect, my weirdness and my practices, my spiritual practices. They respect all that. They don't have to get it or do it with me. Right. So I think that's really important. I think that's really kind of in alignment there because I'm on my own journey with my own spirituality and my own learning. And anybody that comes into my life, whether it be partner or friend or acquaintance or whoever, they gotta stay in their own lane. They're having their own experiences. They're having their own experiences, and it's okay. I just hope that there's enough respect for my experiences. That's kind of the best way that I can put that out there to you. I hope that resonates. Uh, you, yes, I feel like a teacher for him. Yeah, 100%. Sometimes we're the teacher, and sometimes we're learning the lesson. Sometimes we're the student, right? Um, okay, let me just scroll back up here a little bit. Shelby, I had to let a friend go her own way back in 2020. She made a very big deal of it, but our morals didn't mesh anymore, and I just didn't feel like she belonged in my life anymore. She has a lot to learn. She wasn't learning it from me, so I set her free. I wonder if she'll come back into my life again, though. She's been on my mind a lot. Um, Perhaps. That one's again, that one's kind of hard to kind of predict for sure because I don't feel again, with a choice, she could choose not to, or she could choose to reach out. I feel her a little bit hesitant though. I don't know if she vibrationally she's unsure how you would receive her reaching out. So this is what I simply do is I simply visualize um a door open. So I'll just use Shelby as an example. I'll use you. Okay. So I will visualize a door and I'll just simply say, Shelby, if you ever want to reach out to me, the door's open for us to have a little talk. You're welcome to walk through it. And I'll put that out energetically. Right, especially if someone's been on my mind. So if Shelby's been on my mind, I'm like, energy is very powerful, right? So if Shelby's been on my mind, there's probably a reason for it. I'm probably tapping into Shelby's going through something. So Shelby, if you would like to reach out and talk to me, the door's open. And you can do that in reverse too. If you don't want to have anybody come, you want to close that door, visualize that door closed. I wish you well. Always in love and light. Always in love and light, right? I do everything from that heart space. Even if I have to close a door, I wish you well. There's only love between us, right? Let's see. I'm just going to scroll back up. Try and catch a few of the messages that were up here. TB, do my guides have any wisdom for me? I'm learning to listen. I think they are telling me to allow what is supposed to be 100%. 100%. So when it comes to our spirit guides and we sit with them, however you choose to sit with them is totally up to you. I bring mine everywhere I go. Sometimes I'm in meditation with them. Sometimes I just say, can you just get me through this? However you decide to talk to your spirit guides is totally between you and your spirit guides. Consistency is a big part of it. Being able to like always remember to talk to them, just so that you can establish that relationship. So our spirit guides come forward to help us and to guide us, but we have to make that time to be able to tap in. I do feel that you are 100% where you are from right now. And sometimes we hear our own spirit guides through that space, through our intuition, just through that knowing. It's not always a whisper in your ear, or it's not always this huge honking sign. It can be, I just feel that. It can be that simple. I just have that space where I just feel that. So what I really feel to be is I feel like I got to turn up the volume on how much time you're spending with your spirit guides, taking them everywhere, and literally opening up your vehicle door, or taking them on public transit with you, simply saying, come with me. I really feel that. Time is marching on. I know that there are a lot of questions here that I didn't get to. I'm going to try and come back on as soon as possible. I'll try and post on the community page when I have some time. Maybe we'll do like a past life thing coming up soon. I will try my best to get that. Bianca, I feel my spirit guides with me when I go to the gym. Yeah, I feel that. I try to get up every morning and be at the gym quite early. This week has been a little bit of a slack, but I usually feel them like really pushing me to get up and get moving, especially when I'm struggling. But yeah, I understand that when it comes to that. I If no one has told you yet today, I hope you know how much you're loved, and I hope you know how amazing you are. And I want you all to have a wonderful weekend, whatever that means for you. Do something for yourself. And as always, I am wishing you love, light, blessings, and a spirit guided day. Much love, everyone.